Thinking Football Show. My name is George Mokwena. I'm your host, and this, of course, is a special night in the Champions League. Both Champions Leagues, by the way, because Tinabanye, both of our teams, well, not both of our, I have a South African team that's in, and Mamelodi Sundowns, well, Arsenal is in as well. Hey, I almost made myself a Sundawana there. But it's okay. Welcome, everybody. My name is George Mokwena. I'm your host. This place is where we love South African football, African football, and of course, every now and then we dip our toes into Europe. We'll be satellite watching Europe for a little bit now, especially knowing that Mamelodi Sundowns is in action in the Champions League. Okay, let me just make sure that my visuals are working fine. Okay, so welcome, everybody. Here we go. Why does CAF say 0-0? Why is CAF saying 0-0 like Mamelodi Sundowns didn't win the first leg? I don't understand. Look at the scores there. They've got it as 0-0. Anyway, so Mamelodi Sundowns takes on AS Tunis, a team that knocked them out last year, but they did manage to take coach Wabo and bring him over to Klurkop as the Caruso faces his former side in a country that he was coaching in not so long ago in Tunisia. Yes, Tunis, Esperance Sportif de Tunis is number one in the Tunisian Pro League 1. They've got 25 games played, 15 games won, 8 games drawn, and 2 losses in their 25 games. They've scored 40. Nasuga nje. How? Yes, Tunis with a free kick that they play low and into the box. It is Tunis player, and Ronwen Williams makes a save. Here comes a corner for AS Tunis. How? Ziawamos. Okay, it looks like Sundowns has gotten it away. So they've got 53 points in their league, 47 goals scored, 21 goals conceded. In the last 5 games, AS Tunis has 1 loss, 2 draws, and 2 wins. Last game out being the loss versus Sundowns 1-0, which is not showing. I think they're changing the graphic now. Then, of course, before that, they drew 2-2 with JS Omrane. But here they come. It seems like they're, hey, Esperance is trying. Esperance is coming. Then, of course, Mamelodi Sundowns number 1 in the Betway Premiership, 23 games played, 19 wins, 1 draw, 3 losses. And then, of course, they've got 51 goals and conceded 14 for a grand total of 58 points. In the last 5 games, Mamelodi Sundowns has 3 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw. Last game out being the 1-0 win versus AS Tunis. And then, of course, before that, they won 1-0 versus Iskukune. 5 games that these teams have played against each other. And in the 5 games, Sundowns has only managed 1 win, 1 draw, and 3 wins for AS Tunis in the 5 games that they've played against each other. When you look at the starting lineups, you have Williams in goal, Budau Kekana, Suarez, Lunga. You have Mokwena, Allende, Adams, Sales, Shalulile, and Ribeiro. According to the graphic that was shown by Supersport, this is a 4-4-2. This is a 4-4-2. But then, of course, AS Tunis on the other side has the number 32, Ben Said in goal, number 20, Ben Hamida, number 15, Tongai, number 6, Jelasi, number 13, Bushneba, number 14, Ogbelu, number 8, Ka, 21, Konate, 10, Sase, 9, Rodriguez, and 11, Belail. Now, just a reminder, Mamelodi Sundowns has won CAF Champions League, whereas their opponents today have won 4 in their history. It is the 9th quarterfinals in a row that AS Tunis has made it into, whereas Mamelodi Sundowns is looking at their number 7. Okay, guys. Arsenal, guys. Arsenal, Real Madrid. Look out for the shock. Okay, yeah, that was a crazy save. Wendy says, La Suga La Sala. Hey, Korani says, how am I? Korani, I'm good, man. But my stress is not here. Kemonati, we're watching other teams. Like I always say, Spraile, La Penechurena, Simnandi. Ledin, welcome. Esperance are showing them flames, says Time Traveler. Heban. The lasers are Maracas, you know that the lasers. Manje, Mamelodi Sundowns fans, is the delegation that was sent to go, you know, to go have a steel cage match, Nangale or Neasava. midweek game. Hoping for a yellow loss 3-0, says Bongs. PK says that time they took. Ow, serious. Velile uthi awumeka kancane nge-Arsenal siyekele. Awu. Ngizibukele zoyi-2 man. Last time we went to the Bernabeu, just by the way, for those who don't know, Arsenal won. But anyway, corner Mamelodi Sundowns. Let's see what's going to happen here. Guys, remember, oh. Here comes the shot from Sundowns. Shasha. Oh, offside. Remember, it's a very interactive show. Halftime, I'm going to let 5 people in. We're going to have a conversation about whatever it is that we're seeing. If you want to add your voice to the show, for those watching on YouTube and for those whose first time it is on this live, you can go to the bottom of your TikTok screen. You have to be following me. You can click on the button that has a blue figure hugging a pink figure. It's called the multi-guest feature. Click on it to request. I'll let you in and we have conversations about whatever it is that we are seeing at that current time. If we can reach 35,000 likes, then I'll keep it open in the second half and everybody will be able to give me a minute or two of how they are feeling about the game. But as it stands, we're 5 minutes in. It is 0-0. They've corrected the score. They've corrected the scoreboard. I'm glad to see. Okay, so also, guys, kupali tapping screen, guys. Tap the screen, tata screen, as much as possible. And then also kupali gift, guys, man. Kupatau, kupatreni, you know. Roses are fine too, but please send. It does help. It does help with everything, and also the likes help this rank a bit higher. But anyway, Wendy's asking about the GNU. GNU, is the GNU together? Chiefs and Pirates fans, Pirates, are you guys deep in? Are you guys deep in preparation for tomorrow, or do you still have energy to do this? And then also, secondly, Chiefs fans, who are you fans of? Olani says, good luck for Mamelodi Sundowns. I'm a Pirates fan. We're not scared, Shem, says Musa Lishas. PK says he's pissed. PK, why are you pissed? PK, calm down. Sipo says the tempo will drop after 15 minutes. Yeah, it's a critical phase, Sipo. It's a critical phase. So, like we always say, first 5 minutes of the game, last 5 to 10 minutes of the game, last 5 to 10 minutes of the half, first 5 to 10 minutes of the second half, last 5 to 10 minutes. It's the critical phase. That's where you try catch out a team. You try to do it at the beginning of the game before a team is warm and ready. Maybe they're still getting warm. You hit them in the mouth immediately. You do it right before halftime, because if you put them under pressure for the whole half, sometimes people tend to fall asleep because they think, hey, halftime is coming. They start thinking about what they're going to be doing at halftime or about the second half. That's where you catch them out, and vice versa when you go into the second half. So it does make sense for AS Tunis to have tried to catch Mamelodi Sundowns out as early as they did right now, because that is what they need to do. Interestingly enough, Mokwana's on the bench. Mokwena was the outlet for Mamelodi Sundowns in the game that they played, for AS Tunis, sorry, in the game that they played versus Sundowns in SA. But it seems like they're going for a different attack. Oh, Sailor. Sailor. How are they going to throw that guy to make him try to run past you like that? So we'll see what's going to happen. I foresee AS Tunis just calming down a little bit and then coming later on, let's say before the second half, to try hit. Bongani, I'm JNU today. You're with Esperanzas, Bongani. JNU, I want a final with Sundowns and Pirates, says Nombulelo. Kolile says, Eshayla about Gogo White. Wow, guys. Sundowns will win. Cabo Yellow, Shusha and Piano. Ow, Lewis! Why are you trying to get me banned, Lewis? Yeah? Don't get me banned. Imagine. Hey, man. If you do want to watch the game, it is available on channel 202 DSTV, but also it should be available. Let me see. Is SABC? Which SABC is showing it? Yeah, SABC 1. So it's live on SABC 1, sabcsports.com, SABC Plus, and also the Facebook page. That is where you can watch the game. If you haven't paid your DSTV, man, if the logins are not working, you can go to SABC and online. If you can watch me here, you can watch the game. That is the only time I'm going to speak about this thing. Copyright, guys. I can't show you the game, and they don't pay me enough Well, they don't pay me anyway for me to do this. Okay, so here comes Mamelodi Sundowns finding their way into the box, trying to cross it back. But the all the best Marawa Start FC Heban. Pyramids. Oh, Pyramids already leading 1-0. Yeah. My pirates. Ali Sabi Pyramids. Ali Sab. Ali Sab. Pyramids is sitting with a 4-1. Now it's a 5-1. Aiziawa. Here comes the corner for Mamelodi Sundowns. Let's see what they can do. Also interesting for Mamelodi Sundowns, starting with sales, which kind of shows you that maybe they're not going to go gung-ho. It's going to be a lot of connecting play in the attack for Mamelodi Sundowns, where they're going to try keep control. It's not going to be similar to that first leg where AS Tunis was sitting back and they decided that no, we're not going to play this game. I think AS Tunis is going to be very active here, and maybe that's where Sales is going to be also very active and important for this game in linking up with Abu Shalulile. Of course, on the bench for Mamelodi Sundowns, you have Onyango, Tiwani, Esquivel, Khoza, Mudiba, Matthews, Mtunyelo, Obas, and Reyners. So we're probably going to see Matthews coming in the second half. We're probably going to see Reyners coming in on the second half, especially if this game becomes a game where AS Tunis is going to be desperate. What if you can hold them to this 0-0 for about 60 minutes? They're going to have to throw the kitchen sink. They're going to have to try everything that they need to try. And that's going to open up a lot of spaces, especially on the counter, which is maybe where we're going to see Reyners play a role here. If you remember correctly, Coach Mangoba said he brought Reyners in. Yeah, he brought Reyners in for the Champions League. Unfortunately, Coach Mangoba had to leave, so he couldn't see that through. Shana says, how do you see the game so far? No, it's an okay game. Look, AS Tunis ran very hard in the beginning. They ran very hard. Getting a chance almost in the within 2 minutes of the game starting. So they tried very hard to do something, but ever since then, it's been pretty open. Sundowns have gotten into the game. They've gotten into the box a couple of times. I get a box entries. So it's still balanced, man. It's still balanced. Nothing crazy. Dumi says Sundowns will win by aggregate 1-2. Ribeiro will shine today. Already seeing nuggets from him. Shura says Sundowns is getting control of the game now. Hey, Teko, how are you? Sundowns are playing like champions. Yeah. Mara. Home crowd, all of those things. Sales is the 10. So much quality on the bench. Dumi says Asfar 1. Oh, they've got, is it 1-1? Mokwana's on the bench. Mokwana's on the bench. Mokwana is on the bench. Here's another interesting thing. As expected, Mudiba was going to be left out of this game. I mean, we all knew it. We all knew it. You're coming here to defend. You're coming here to play a home team. You're going to be bombarded. They're going to try everything to try hit you. So Mudiba can't play this game. Lunga, of course, has made it into the team. So let's see what Lunga does and how they play out this game. Excuse me. Only if this Ribeiro guy cannot run with the ball. Let's share the ball. And Samuel, you make a very good point. Ribeiro becomes selfish at times. He wants to take on too many players, especially when he starts playing deep. So maybe that's going to come into this game where we say, if Sales is playing the 10, maybe Ribeiro is going to want to either play the 8 or play completely on the wing. If he plays in the 8, the further away he is from the posts, the more he holds onto the ball too much. But anyway, there is a foul just in front of the AS Tunis box. Let's see if Mokwena, who's taking this, let's see if Mokwena can make some magic, man, from a free kick. Guys, Arsenal has Real Madrid on the ropes, man. Who Sundowns defend? No, that's how it's probably gonna work out though. Evan, it feels so ridiculous. Sundowns making guys. Guys. Let's have a commenting. Okay, Mokwena is likely going to take this, but it does seem like is that Ribeiro also lining up for it? I hope they can do something here, man. Okay, Ribeiro takes it and puts it over. Just give it to Mokwena. Oh, Mara, Ribeiro Costa. So many fouls out there Are Sundowns scared? Oh, it's the African game. It's the African game, Bongs. Bongs, remember how many times I told you guys last season that Sundowns now plays a very African game, and this is the African game. It's fouls and fouls and fouls and fouls. Smart fouls that don't get you yellow cards. So there was a time last season where Sundowns was leaving Kabuma 20 fouls in a Betway Prem game. You know, Abu Tebza, Tonsa matches. So it's part of it. It's part of it. I think what's happening here is that Sundowns, what I like is that they're not trying to go all out and tire themselves out and put themselves out of position. They're understanding the stakes of this game. They're understanding who they're playing against. And maybe they do need to make it a little bit boring for a little bit so that they can take advantage of this ES Tunis side when they have to go out and score. So this is what I'm saying. Bafana says, is Coach Rulani coming back home? Well, allegedly there were meetings that were held. Every time the results don't go the way that we did want, there are meetings that are held. I don't think Pirates is going to go for a local coach. I've got a video that I put out today, my podcast, where I speak about this. The rumor is that one of the assistant coaches is just going to step up and take over. So we'll see what's going to happen. Which team do you think will win today? Funny enough, I think this is going to be a draw. It's going to be like a 1-1 draw for me, hey? Squama, welcome. Hoping for 2 red cards. Marabongs. What happened, man? Those damn lights on the Mamelodi Sundowns players make me mad. Kasi GP. Now, I've always said that you're mad, you're thinking about the lights, you're thinking about all of that stuff. CAF doesn't care. CAF doesn't care. And as long as CAF doesn't care, no one else is going to care. It's going to continue going on. So you just have to get used to it. Luckily, for the most part, Mamelodi Sundowns is used to this. I remember the Skukune game, but it doesn't seem like Laser Sundowns, man. Yeah, go keeping mon. Hey, those ultras. Oh, look at how full the stadium is, guys. This is beautiful. When he says off topic, why is Pirates playing tomorrow? I'm not sure. I don't know. I think it's part of the dates and things like that. Like maybe they've got the 2 days. Maybe the home team decided. I don't know. Maybe somebody in the comments can tell us. Bafana says, I don't think Rulani will run out of a job even if he comes home. Mina, I asked you guys, Bafana, if you remember when Rulani joined WeDad, we had some videos here and we were speaking. I'm sure about agent debating. And we were speaking about this. And we said, why go to WeDad? Because one of the things that Coach Rulani is going to have to learn and get used to after leaving Sundowns is that, you see, you're going to a club where you're not family. You're not part of the furniture. You're not somebody who's been there for a very long time who can demand respect and all of that stuff. You are a contract worker. And contract workers, people clap when you're arriving. Welcome party. But the North Africans don't play. They don't play. And getting knocked out of the King's Cup is an issue. For those who don't understand, the King's Cup was the cup that Coach Nabi and Coach Joseph Zimbauer played last season, Raja Casablanca versus AS FAR. Kimang Zimbauer winning that cup after going invincible, the actual invincible on the African continent. So you can only imagine what type of pressure was on WeDad to at least get something. Yo. I hate Sundowns. I will never be behind them, says Bongs. Mara Michelle. Hey, Mara Michelle. Bakaibo my menikajen. Novice Runner, how are you doing? Bong says, I'll never be behind Sundowns. ASAP says, 8 months no pay. Yes, there was also 8 months no pay. 8 months no pay. Apparently, ever since he's been working there, he hasn't been paid. Rulan. Oh, okay, Velile. According to Velile, they chose to play. Paris chose to play tomorrow as the home team. Yeah, as the dates are, they didn't Pirates call Zimbabwe a plumber. Actually, funny, Zimbabwe won a trophy for Pirates. Didn't you win the MTN8? Anyway, 19 minutes in, we'll speak about Pirates tomorrow. 19 minutes in, ES Tunis versus Mamelodi Sundowns. It is still a 0-0 game. ES Tunis trying a little bit of a press, nothing too crazy. I don't like where Sales is, hey? I don't think he's that type of player. But also on the bench, who would you bring in to play that role? Have to be like an Obas and then you push somebody forward. Mara, yo, look at where Sales is defending. He did. MTN8 is not a real cup. Hello, Z. Mokwena says, as a Pirates fan, wish we played first so we can minya with a purpose. Oh, welcome, Masa. The Mining Association of South Africa. Welcome, 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 welcome. Never late, man. Is there a delegation that has been sent to Tunisia? Yeah, Tunisia is pressing pretty, not super high, but they are pressing. This is maybe when you will enjoy Reina's coming in. Sundowns has the lead. At least if they have the lead, you know, it's up to the other team to break you. So I think you have to put aside your ego a little bit, and maybe not dominate the game. Just wait. This is actually the question. Honestly speaking, this is actually the question that I believe Coach Caruso was hired for. Mamelodi Sundowns tends to lose these type of games very late on. If you think about the Wydad, if you think about ES Tunis last season, those were goals that were, man, it was moments where, you know, maybe something should have been done. I remember the Wydad game, everybody was crying for a defensive midfielder to come in, and Sundowns carried on playing. So I think what he was hired for was the maturity of the last few minutes, because the CAF Champions League, guys, is about your mistakes. It's not about great play. It's not about all of that stuff. It's all about, look, man, who can take the 1 or 2 chances that they create. Ugly, ugly, ugly games, unless it's the Pyramids game that has a lot of goals. But for the most part, that is how you play the CAF Champions League, right? So Sundowns had been missing out on that, maybe wanting to control the ball a little bit more, maybe want to exert themselves or exert their dominance on the other teams, whereas these guys are fine. I said in the video that for me, I think ES Tunis was happy with the 1-0. They would have taken the 0-0, but they're happy with the 1-0 because maybe they trust themselves coming home. Sales made the wrong run. Yeah, ES Tunis was doing this last time too. But I was doing it on Mokwena's side. I did say that I'd probably go for the left-hand side of Sundowns' defense, especially knowing how vulnerable Suarez looks, right? But they'd chosen to go up Umudau's side. I think they learned earlier in this games, particularly on the left-hand side, they tried to get Mudiba on an island, and he just outpaced the guy that was running at him. So I think they might have come back around to try and catch Sundowns on the other side. Kana, this Sase was the guy from last year, ne? Was he the guy from last year? Who scored? I'll have to look it up. So Esperanza chose not to start Mokwena, better for Sundowns. Uncle Piakiro Satsoro nerves, man. You know, when you've only ever met Sundowns as a Kukune player, sometimes man, the nerves, they do the things to you. Sundowns playing with so many foreigners makes my blood boil, says Novice. Heban. This says, this is the Mshishi game. ASAP says, I hope there aren't any Sandawanas in the stands. They're catching hands if we win. Especially about Chahile, Roberta, especially Esperanza Chahile, Robabeta Buthokuba. Can Takalan Sesame play a clean game? There's not even a Takalan Sesame representative on the team right now. If Mamelodi Sundowns pass, yeah. So far so good, says Shura. Why are lasers even allowed? I hate them. Get your own lasers, Nani, man. I've been asking, what is the equivalent in South Africa of the lasers? And people said the vuvuzela. The fan base is insane. Spiro says whoever said Lucas Ribeiro is the best player in the PSL. It's still early. Musa, welcome. I am for Esperance because I'm Tunisian. Hey, Xerox, we've got a Tunisian in the chat. How do you feel about ES Tunis? We just need to relax. Chiefs. Agiri vuvuzela fela. Guys. Guicho. Guys. Yeah. Guicho versus the laser. No wonder Reggie, woman, North Africa can. Lavina. You get that to sing when people are shining lasers. Speaking of vuvuzelas, man, when last did we hear that at a stadium? I watched the derby and I watched the Sundowns Pirates game at FNB, and even that Haisaliyo. It too cool. Musa says the 10th game tonight. Ribero's overrated. Ribero's overrated, says Shano. Xerox says GG everyone. Esperance is going to win. Heaven. Vele Vuvuzelas must come back. Sales Gota. The laser thing needs to stop. Please fill up Orlando Stadium, guys. Are there still tickets available? Are there still tickets available? Is the Paris chemical engineer? Mixa the powder. Oti Ribero's not that good. I don't think this is the game where he's going to be good, to be honest with you. I don't think so. But there's also been a conversation about performances that happen in the league and performances that happen outside of the league. Is your team actually strong if your team is not performing in cup games or winning cups or going out into Africa? Remember, this would be Pirates' first time. Mamelodi Sundowns has been there so many times, so he'll have to prove himself here too that he's a big player. But guys, the big players don't usually show up for this thing. Mohamed Salah has 4 goals and assists, I believe it is, in 11 finals. Sometimes they don't show up, man. Sometimes it's an unlikely hero that steps in. But we burn incense. Oh, is that what you call it, Sia? Incense? Burning incense. Marauliko Stadium, it's just patches everywhere, man. Can it save? How incense. You must burn some sage. Only drums now. Vuvuzela ka 2025. Yeah, Katlego. We need to bring in Torch or something, blame it or thank Celtic fans. Lunga is formidable in that left back tonight. I think he's also a very disciplined gift. He's also playing a very disciplined game. You can't afford to sleep here. You cannot afford to sleep. So if you look at his positioning, he is covering Suarez. He's making sure to cover Suarez. We need to minimize set pieces. You see, hey, what are you guys? Sundowns wins are heaven. How many coins? Lunga's top of the game. Your tickets are available. Look at their fan base. How guys, tickets are still available. If it wasn't for shooting the other podcast, I would be there. I'd want to go. Very Pirates, man. Very watching lucky champion Pirates. Let's see tomorrow. Ribeiro doesn't play the Champions League like he does in the PSL. They've got his number. Shura says, Lava Bangawini, Abangamini. In games like this, you need a win. Now, Esperance is attacking too much without scoring. Yeah, the football gods don't like that either. But you look at their fan base. Kaizer Chiefs fans made PSL ban vuvuzelas inside the stadium. But it must come back. They're making Williams work. 1 goal will be a problem for Sundowns. Says Prasem. And I don't want to go to extra time, eh? Are there more Esperance fans? Oh, in the chat. I don't know. Teno says Esperance is in business here. Michelle says, "Yo, my heart is pumping. Is pumping." Checo says, "Fit." Oh, let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, I don't think Rivero is meant to be dangerous. Oh, is she close to being fit? I know he's training. I'm not sure other than that. Sundowns hasn't given us their normal, stage 3 rehab, stage bang bang rehab. Hey guys, Arsenal is also 0-0. For those who said we were going to be destroyed. If Sundowns score one now, I think the game will be over, says Gift. We're gonna win the league, Mara. Who's we? Now my team is far away from the league. I feel like, Michelle. Brenna says this can go into a draw in favor of Sundowns. Sundowns must fight in this game. Apparently, the contract is up for renewal for Mshish. Or they got to decide whether to make him the notata of Mamelodi Sundowns. Real Madrid is toying with Arsenal. I've seen Courtois making saves. No such. Okay, guys, 30 minutes in. It is still 0-0. It's a quiet game, man. Guys, are these North African teams good or are they just efficient? Because I don't see anything special here. They panic when the ball falls in. They struggle to, take advantage of the dominance that they've had. Yes, they've gotten a couple of shots away, Mara. How about Tumon? Arsenal must win. Oh, Arsenal is Kwama. What time is Bucks playing tomorrow? They're playing at 6 p.m. Mbappe just missed the sitter. Really? Let me see. I see it. Yo. Esperance have moments where they shine. No, but it's overhyped, man. It's overhyped, this thing. It's overhyped. I agree with Sabed. They're overhyped. But now what you can give them is that they're technically disciplined. Like, they know how to wait for a goal to arrive. They know how to wait for a chance to arrive. But in terms of just open play, I don't know. Ribeiro is off. Lunga is showing off, says Nombulelo. Tumelo says it was not a sitter though. It was close. Hey man, Esperance versus Sundowns. I know Esperance is king number one. Hey. People are changing their names, aren't it? Oh yeah, here's another factor that plays into this. Remember we play in different hemispheres. So I'm not sure if today is a super cold day that side, but it should be. But we play in completely different hemispheres, and that sometimes comes into play when you see maybe Sundowns is not clicking like normal. When you see Tunis was maybe struggling in South Africa, it's because they're not used to all of this, on top of just breaking fast. Evan, Texans vintage. Nothing special about this team. I believe so. If not heading out of winter, it should be cold up there. Sorry about that, guys. Let me just get my life in order here. These 9 o'clock games, man. These 9 o'clock games. But it's fine. Esperance is good. It's just that Sundowns is playing a disciplined game. But ref. Gift says East Tunis are not really playing like a side that is home. Trust me. What are we doing? We're getting into the last 10 minutes. They're probably going to wake up for my 40 minutes. Our perseverance, both of them are down. Distance and hemispheres. Do you think an expanded CAF would work? Yeah, I still think so. Maybe expanded by region first, but I think an expanded CAF could work. You just have to be smart about it, man. You could make a potted seed. Oh, ooh, cut back. Ooh, Sundowns living dangerously. Oh yeah, so I still would love an expanded CAF Champions League, but you'd maybe have to make it smarter. You'd have to make a pot system, a region system, or maybe it starts in the regions, then it goes out into the thing, like similar to how the prelim qualifiers work. But we do need to expand it and bring more teams into it, because we can't have 16 teams in a CAF Champions League, whereas Europe has 40. And I know trains, it's easier to travel, but there's plenty of fixes you could make for that, eh? There's plenty of fixes you could make for that. You could play it in neutral territory. You could bring everybody into one city and play all the matches there. Create an atmosphere, tournament atmosphere. Imagine knowing that for the next week, Orlando Stadium is going to be hosting Ahly, Boyes, Tunis, Pirates will play Zbanbani. I think you could also do those type of things. But yeah, we definitely need to expand it. Pata wina joang sponsor elite non. Stop playoffs. Yes, for me, changed from Rain Network to Vodacom. Ow. I care, guys. I don't know, eh? Tina siya patala ama fees with dstv. No, I'm kidding. Could make regional groups and have the winners go to the knockouts. Exactly. Europe has 36. Man, isn't it 40? It's 40, bongs. Because they scrapped the groups, remember? Problem with the neutral venue is fan support. I guess Fanela, man. Velile says no, CAF is fine like this. Otherwise, you'll get the likes of Chiefs going up and down. Maybe that's what I want, really. But the 40 teams Champions League, but the 40 teams 40 teams CAF Confed. No, but guys, Amakosi wouldn't make it. Let's be honest. Amakosi wouldn't make it. But what I'm trying to say is, take for example, South Africa. We know that Mamelodi Sundowns always has a slot because they win the league, right? Always has a slot. Number 2 still needs to become more, what do you call it? More consistent. But that means that at the top level, we can only ever have the 2 teams. Now, if you expand both competitions, now you can have 4, 5 teams that are playing. So let's say the top 5, just arbitrarily. Let's say the top 5. So it's the top 5 from Egypt, with the top 5 from South Africa, with the top 5 from Tanzania, with the top 5 from wherever. But the smarter part of it is, if now you make the Confederations Cup, the CC tournament larger, that means that we have more teams getting exposed to African football. So can you imagine if you knew that in the PSL, the top 6, top 8, all play some sort of African football? What does that do for our player exposure? What does that do for, selling some players? What does that do for visibility? Can you imagine Abu Chipa, for example, Abu Chipa being able to sell African nights? You can come watch African nights. It becomes a big deal. So there's a lot of things that you can benefit from there. Besides Amakos, guys, Chiefs doesn't even. Even if we expanded it as much as we want, Chiefs is too far away. It's too far away. But if you could put for Polokwane City into African competition every year, Coach Puti Mohafe is getting better. The club is getting better. If you could put a whole bunch of the other clubs that are in and around there, Abu Atazwani, let's say with Amazulu, that would be incredible, I think. What do you guys think? Really is a Mshishi game, I'm honest. Yeah, Z said that if we make it to the final with the DDC team, how much more the proper squad? Guys, why is Jose Rivero leaving Pirates? Apparently it's personal. There have been rumors that his wife is unhappy with this thing and he's also been very far away. The families don't move usually. We need more teams from more countries, two per country. Yeah, either way. Checo says it raises the quality of the league, even if they take top 6. That's why you any Chiefs, guys. Chiefs is not even in the chat for that. Oh, but Botias Galaxy, those type of teams, I think you could do that. I think we have to expand the PSL to 18 teams if that's the case. That's a different thing. We're already struggling. You're being unfair on Chiefs. Placement, CJ. Yes, this Esperance is attacking Chiefs. You're not. I'm looking at the people. I get they think that I want to expand it for Chiefs. It's not for Chiefs, guys. I'm spending it for African football as a whole. I think we could benefit so much. Think about it. Even in what we look at as the Champions League, how many times does Sundowns meet Al Ahly to iron, sharpen iron? Tabang says Chiefs will fluke it. Has their team with the silver medal with a CAF ban? No, Sinja, I get you. I'm just saying that placement on the league is what I'm looking at. I mean, if we could genuinely bring in that AFL tournament, surely we could expand the Champions League, which is something I said in the beginning. But the AFL is not coming back. They will come from this tournament to fight religion. Robula, yeah, no, Minyang PK. Rabula, ha minya, hale minya jwalo, retabolo re Sundowns etsang. Minyang, guys, it's okay, it's your team. I think 2 more Champions League spots and also 1 more CAF Conference spot. That could work. No, AFL is the future. That wasn't my problem with the AFL. The AFL was the same as the Super League. Who does it really benefit? You could get more benefit for African football using an expanded thing. So taking the budget the AFL, putting it towards Champions League and going from there. There we go. Critical phase. Oh, just wide. Who was asking about Ribeiro? No, I'm Ribeiro. Who was asking about Ribeiro? But Chiefs, Tabang. Can't wait for the Club World Cup. I wonder if DSTV will broadcast it. I don't know. I don't see Sundowns in the semi. They almost scored though. Taylor says, guys, out of curiosity, will you still support Chiefs if it becomes relegated? It will never become relegated, Sel. The moment Chiefs becomes relegated, there will be a status that opens up. The league can't afford to lose Chiefs. As poor as we think they are, the league can't afford to lose Chiefs. AFL was made in the back room by Motsepe and his friends. I think the cost will be made more higher than the revenue made by CAF. Oh, no, that's what I'm saying. Is CAF meant to be a revenue-making thing, or is it meant to be the mother body of football on the continent? I think the net positive that comes from exposing so many teams to African football would be great. I've even advocated for CAF to Nations League, to make a Nations League. Ooh! Oh, Allende. Is it Allende? Allende crossbar. Oh, what a shot, man. What a shot, Allende. 44 minutes in. Allende takes a shot that careens off of the crossbar. So I was saying, CAF should CAF should take friendlies, preseason friendlies, and make it a Nations League type situation. You know, try and force, let's say, the teams with the resources to go and play and avail themselves all over the place. That's how you also build fan bases all over and some media appeal. So force Abo Al Ahly to go and play Abo, I don't know, Abo prisoners 11, Botswana, for example. Coordinate that whole thing. You could package it and sell it. But we need to, at the very least, iron sharpens iron. We need to bump each other as many times as we can. We're getting there. He's not helping Sailor. Oh, guys. Critical phase. Critical phase. 45 minutes, 2 minutes are going to be added on. Remember, halftime, I'm going to let 5 people in. We'll have a conversation about how we feel about the first half. Just as effort was to help Sanda. And please follow, if you have not followed, the normal show is on every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. But if Chiefs, Pirates, Mamelodi Sundowns, Bafana, Bafana in action, we will be here watching it live, and you'll be able to speak to me. So halftime, feel free to request and jump in, and we can have a conversation about whatever it is that we're seeing in the game. That's how we're going to do halftime. 5 people to sit down with me and analyze. And then if we can reach 35K, I keep it open in the second half. Everybody can come in and give me a minute. Guys, Real Madrid, Qatar is on, he's in the job today. Ziawa. African Nations League, really? Are we not copying Europe? Well, here's the funny thing, Boggs. Just on, let's say, the Nations League. Did you know that the Nations League contributes towards, contributes towards rankings and tournament. Yeah, so it's rankings. It's a slightly higher than a normal game ranking. So what Europe has done is they've cheated us and kept themselves, making the Nations League keeps them playing against each other and gaining points. Sundowns is currently under pressure, Cliff, but they have been dangerous, which is something you always need to have. Being being defensive is fine as long as you keep a little bit of threat. Wendy says there's a space there in Budau's position. I feel a goal come from that side. Ozzy says nobody in the Tunis stadium believes they'll win after this first half performance. Yay. Okay. Okay, this should be done. How are you doing, Mr. Mokonyama? Nobody in it. How is Sundowns? There's a space. Sundowns playing very well. This is the Sundowns we were waiting for. Z, are you moving to Pitor? Zimbabwe, Lesotho, and Botswana must invest in their clubs. I want to see real football in CAF. Quite expensive for teams to travel across the continent. Sometimes you have to take the financial hit. Sometimes you have to find a travel sponsor. Sometimes you have to allocate budget. Sometimes you have to figure out ways to sort out that travel, because 5 years from now, that could be what gets you all of the money. If CAF was able to build the fan bases proper, or the fan bases for these tournaments proper, if we took it seriously, let's say South Africans, we would blow it out the moon. Do you know how much money they'd be able to make out of ads and things like that? So that's why, Kere, sometimes you have to take the hit early, just so that you can grow later. You must see UEFA's budget just for marketing. Can't wait for Pirates Bula. OT, this game, the only thing Sundowns has to do is win this game and keep the ball. I think Lesotho, Swaziland, and Botswana should sponsor. CAF is for all of us, Mr. OT. Today, we support Sundowns. Tomorrow, they support us. Will they support you? Will they support you? Bonnie says, Utsugile. Bonnie, utsugetseng, man. Counter. Ref's gonna end it, of course. Of course, he's gonna end it. See, you see how Michelle is so happy. Utamakala when the forms arrive one day. But Timasa is not winning, says Lonabo. Okay, for time's sake, while I fix my graphics, I'm going to go straight to Usinja. Sinja, welcome to the show, my brother. The showstopper becomes the show starter.
Yeah, now it's becoming a thing that I come in first.
How do you feel? How do you feel about this first half?
Look, I think it's a balanced first half. I think we knew what was going to happen. It makes sense that this Esperanza has more ball possessions than Sundowns because they really are showing that they want to win this game. And Sundowns from time to time demonstrates, hey, listen, there's a reason why we are one goal ahead. So it's not going to be that easy as well. So it's like a final for me. It's like a final. There has to be a winner. And Sundowns is also, I wanted to get an early goal so that Sundowns can also start attacking and not just think that it's going to be an aggregate 1-0 kind of vibes. But anyway, what I observed, Mr. Oti, from this team that I think I haven't seen against Sundowns is they're actually winning the ball in very smart places. I think they've studied Sundowns and realized where to win the ball, where they do not want Sundowns to have the ball. There are places where they win the ball and quickly it becomes a very dangerous attacking play. But the problem is this: they are not finding each other in the final D line. They're not. I think they are too anxious to score a goal. They end up making touchy mistakes where the touch is a bit heavy. And I think their hearts are in it more than the just being cool and calm and collected. Very important touch there by Motaung. That could have been a goal. Very nice save from Roland Williams. That also could have been a goal. So Sundowns really are also here to ensure that they go to the semi-final. But it's a nice game. It's a nice game. But what intrigued me is where they're winning the ball from Sundowns. I haven't seen that in a PSL teams. I think with PSL teams would be watching this game very well, instead of having a low block against Sundowns.
Yeah, but for time, I'm gonna come back. Let me go to Chero. Chero, welcome to the show.
Oti, kunjani mfethu?
Mangimnandi man Chero. 0-0, but still 1-0 advantage for Sundowns. How do you feel about this first half?
You know what I'm seeing from this game? Sundowns is cheating. They have about 5 or 6 players that should not be playing in Africa. The way they're dominating this game, tactically, Abu Adams, they're not supposed to be here. The way he's so cool, he's controlling the game. When he wants the team to sit back, they sit back. When they want to relieve pressure in attack, they've been keeping the ball for a minute or 2 minutes. Remember, we were watching Pirates, I think last week. Pirates couldn't keep the ball for 30 seconds or even 10 seconds. But Sundowns is in control. They can keep the ball and move forward and even take shots like the Allende and Shalulile. So, yes, experience can score just because of pressure. They're just running hard and putting pressure. There's nothing to experience. Maybe the sheer pressure could, give them a goal, but I don't see them scoring. Maybe the fans and the fact which they are running hard and it's at home and maybe they can get 1 goal, but I don't see them even scoring 2 goals.
Okay. Let me go to Lonobo. Lonobo, welcome to the show. Lonobo, are you with me?
You hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. Can I please divert from the game in hand and touch on the thing that you're talking about expanding the Champions League?
I'll give you 30 seconds, but time is very... Or let's do this. We'll talk about it in the second half.
Okay. Sharp. Okay, May, that's all I had to say regarding the game.
Oh,
I think that Sundowns they're doing well, but to be sure that they're not gonna concede, I believe it's a bit too optimistic.
okay.
Yeah, I can't show you, Mr. Uti.
Yeah.
But that's all I have to say. We'll
Okay,
touch on
okay.
that in the second half.
I'm gonna bring Agent in. Agent, my brother. How are you? Shalom. Is
Hi,
it
there's no
shalom?
shalom today.
Ah,
Hi.
let me say.
Hey man, hey, we rode our luck at times, you know.
Yeah.
First minute, 2 minutes, we could have considered. Oh, Motaung saved us a couple of times. I don't know how many times I picked up my heart from the ground and inserted it back into the body. So yeah. But what I can say is Coach Cardoso is one strange coach.
Yeah.
I would think motho ka se mo confirm go twa Cardoso sheba. You know, the build up towards this game is he gonna play a back three? You know, is he gonna play a double pivot? You know, is there going to be Reynas? Is it going to be Tapelo? That has been the build up towards the game, but he does none of those, you know. And even if you watched the press conference, the Tunisian, is it Tunisia, whatever this team is from, they were so obsessed with asking him and the player if they're going to come defensive and does the defensive style of play suit Sundowns. And I've even seen one of that journalists saying the Sundowns side is weak because they're defending. So you could see everyone was expecting that Sundowns is going to come here and defend.
Yeah.
But they didn't come here to defend. They came here to control the team. They're not attacking, but they're not defending. It's not Tiba and Tiban kind of thing. You know, even the chances that you got, there are normal chances that a team can create during the course of the game. You know, it's not Tiba and Tiban at any moment. So that's interesting. And another interesting person is Sales. We know Sales is an impact sub. Today he starts, you know, and I think his running, his touches, being able to relieve pressure, it has been a stroke of genius. You know, it has been a stroke of genius, you know. So yeah, man, I think right now this is where Sundowns has been losing it. Like you say, you never lose Champions League because you're outplayed. Never. It's always, can we concentrate? Can we avoid silly mistakes? Can we avoid silly fouls? I think that's the only key thing going to the next phase. And yeah, Motaung and Lungashem, my man of the matches. Yeah.
Okay, bona the ES Tunis fans have King Toholoshi. Toholoshi on. Okay, please. They should have written Pinky
And
there.
that's the last thing. Suarez also has been doing well. I know he gets most of the criticism. He's been doing well this time. Yeah, thanks.
Tyler,
He's not doing well at all. He's not
Maru, you
doing
sound
well.
low, Tyler.
Yeah.
You sound low.
Can you hear me? He's saying Suarez
Yeah,
is
there we
doing
go.
well.
There we go.
Suarez is not doing well at all. He was almost caught by that Brazilian guy. And they've noticed he's the weakest link there at the back. So he's not doing well at all. He almost caused a goal twice, Suarez. So he's not doing well. But over and all, OT, remember these guys are chasing the game. I like the way Sundowns is controlling the game. They can slow it. They can attack. And they are giving them the taste of their medicine. They also, eating some of the minutes there. Motaung, I think a goal will come from that side if he's not careful, because there's always a space there he leaves. But I'm sure he's trying to catch that guy. He's trying to set him up so that he knows he can get the ball from him, but he can cause a mistake because Ribeiro himself, he's always found wanting, because you find Motaung one-on-one with that guy and he comes late. So big up to Allende. Allende is controlling this game. The three of them, Allende, Mokwena, and the boy. I think Mokwena needs to come alive in this game. He needs to be the mokwena we know.
Okay.
To assist Alenda more. Lunga is doing fantastic in that back. Ribeiro is a bit selfish. He should have passed that ball to one of the oncoming players instead of trying to hit it himself. That was a bit selfish there. We by now would have been 1-0. Big up to Alenda guys and Lunga. They are my men of the match for first half. Fantastic game and tactics by Sundowns. They're very brilliant. Away from home, absorb the pressure, play your 1-2, chow some of the time, control the game. Remember, Paris was away. They couldn't even make four, as Sinja was saying. They couldn't even make 4 or 5 passes. But look at Sundowns. They can control the ball, absorb all of that pressure and the fans. So brilliant by Sundowns. I'm just hoping, because this type of game is a Reina's game. It's a running type of game. So you need a player that can break away from the defense, and Matthews maybe or Morena, to come, or put in Obas.
I'm gonna come back for the changes. Marataila. Oh, Evan. I'm gonna come back. Let me go to CJ. CJ, what are your changes? What do you think the two teams should approach this second half with? And what's your score prediction?
What happened to Mvala? Is he still a Sundowns player?
Uvalelwe.
Uvalelwe kuphi ngoku? Man, Mr. Uti. That's what they need. They need the Mvala blood to secure this game.
They need the Mbala blood at the last minute.
Yeah, the last minute. Look, I agree with Tyler. I think more of a Reynas or a Matthews, more of their pacer players would do well. And also, I would like Ribeiro to come in the central part of the field and not be running wild. So that for me would be a smart change. I don't know the Esperance players. I don't know what they're going to do, but I think they should keep on running hard at Sundowns. I see a weakness in Sundowns in terms of its ability to adjust to players running hard at them as well. So otherwise,
what's the difference between ES Tunis and TS Galaxy? Because you look at the stats, Sundowns has the possession. They've got more passes, double the passes. They've had 5 shots. Obviously, a couple of them are off target. Sundowns had 5 shots. All of them have been on target. Esperance is only at 2-1. Are we overhyping these teams, man?
No. But your stats are not showing how Sundowns, how many times Sundowns have lost the ball. That's the sad part about it. How many times has Sundowns been bullied off the ball versus Esperance and your TS Galaxies? Unfortunately, that's where battles in the middle of the park. Then they're not going to tell you how many tackles have they won, how many tackles has Sundowns won. If you look at those stats, they will tell you how hard Sundowns is working in this team versus in other teams as well. Ball circulation as well. How many passes the Sundowns have completed in this game? Sundowns are used to doing like 12, 20, 50, 60 passes together, and they've never been broken. Now, as much as they're keeping the ball, but you can see where they're rotating it. So that for me as well, you have to give credit to this team, Mr. Uti. You can't compare them to our local teams here in SA. Other than that, everyone, gents, see you second half. As we say again, justice for Cwecwe, guys. Bye-bye.
Let me go to Chero. Changes, and what's your score prediction?
I mean, listen, I will just score prediction Sundowns 1-0. If maybe last 15 minutes the game is still nil, I'll put Opas, the normal changes, Opas for Adams, and then Ribeiro for Matthews. These guys, if they play our league, they will never win EPSL. These guys, they will never. These are top 8 material. It's just the fans and just the pressure and the occasion. But are equivalent, though. I'm telling you.
Okay. Let me go to Lonabo changes and score prediction.
As the treasurer of Massa, I am hoping that bafake
Ah,
Aubrey Mudiba.
Masa.
Aubrey Mudiba bafake noTashrik Matthews ingeni chunyana lapho ku-Esperance yabo, so they can cry lapha eTlorkop. We want tears in Tlorkop. We don't wish them well. But
Uskari we. Here the members of Masa. Oh.
yeah, the members of Masa don't wish them well. But I do think that the normal changes, Patusi Aubas coming in for Jaden Adams, and I think that Sundowns can hold on. Maybe they're gonna score a goal if they can bring in Ikram Reynolds also. But
Okay.
yeah, but mabafaka umdiba bazodliwa.
Hey,
That's
man,
enough.
let me go to agent. Agent, second half, what needs to change? Also, man, is this not Mulo Parafini, man? Yes, Tunis look busy, Mara.
Yeah, no, I'll discuss the game after. Right now, let's talk.
Activated. Oh, Nkose happy.
Yeah, this is Hector Peterson time, so top raising time. Don't give up on me. Time. This comes all down to this, yeah, what I was gonna say, roses are blue, violets are purple. This is the time, this is the time of it, because I don't think there's a change that you make now. It's all about, can you be motivated? Can you put in the extra shift? Can you put your body on the block? Can you do this? Can you run harder? Can you give that extra pass? That it comes down to that. Because right now the team is doing well. Just have to make sure you maintain your discipline, reduce fouls, delay time, fall down, waste time, get yellow cards. Is that time now? Is that time? As I'm saying, it's Hector Peterson time. But around 80th, 70th minute, depending on how things are going, is either we have to take out those sales and bring on Reyners. If there's a need for a goal, but if there's no need for a goal, you take out those sales and then you bring in Obas. And then but if there's a need for goal, again, like I said, it just depends on what the game will demand. But I won't take Adams unless it's absolutely necessary and we're going for the kill. But otherwise, keep the same team, until others get tired, others get cramps. But give me my all, my boys. Yeah, thanks.
Hey, okay, let me go to Tyler. Tyler, continue on from those changes you're making and then give me your prediction.
Okay, if you gotta put Patrice Obas now, you are running a risk of causing too many fouls. He's gonna cause fouls, so you keep what you call the boy in. Take out sales and put in Matthews. What now? Is it a goal?
No. Bad decision making. Mara, guys, this is a PSL team, yes, Tunis. But anyway.
Hey, you guys. Hey, don't have respect. I
see this in the PSL every day, man.
Aye, but guys, man, these guys can play, man. Look at that, that back front three there. Those guys can play, man. And that midfielder, that Nigerian, he's good. That boy. OT. I think those are my changes. Reyners, please put in Reyners and take out sales.
Okay, Sile, you almost slipped there. The days were dark. It's fine, my friend. No, Tyler. Thank you so much. Guys, we are in the second half. Please remember, whatever my timer says, add 47 to it and you'll know the time. And then if we can get to 35K likes, I will keep it open. Follow if you have not followed. My thoughts are simple, guys. I fell into the trap of watching Tunis and thinking, hey man, Lavan busy man. Hey, push man. They're trying very hard to. And then you look at the stats and it's like, no man, 62% possession, Mamelodi Sundowns. Sundowns is at 5 shots, 0 on target. That's fine. They've created created no big chances. Sundowns. They've got 221 passes. They've completed more than 80% of that. Whereas ES Tunis did 8%, 2 shots, 1 on target, 101 passes. They haven't been in this game. Really. And I'm starting to think that, these guys are PSL teams. Do we not complain about the same things? Anyway, Suarez with the yellow card. They started the second half very brightly, this ES Tunis side. I'm targeting the left-hand side of Mamelodi Sundowns' defense. I said this, guys, last week. When I said, go up the left-hand side. Tlogelang go kenya mokwena, le shebise mokwena, ailo matha le mudau. Go the other side, because now they're exposing a little bit of that. We saw something similar versus Raja. Raja was trying to cross the ball back in. Raja was trying to do all of these things, taking advantage of that space. So for me, Sundowns must just look out for that. When it comes to the play of Mamelodi Sundowns, it's fine. They're controlling the game. The problem is that one goal changes everything. One goal changes everything. If ES Tunis luckily lucks into a goal, the game has changed. So I don't know if you want to keep that up, or if you go, you know what, we're going to be a little bit safer, and then we're going to bring in our Reinas, and we're going to run. We're going to run at them. We're going to hit them on the counter. ES Tunis also, I think they figured out the thing that I've been saying here on the show also for a very long time. You need to make Ronwen Williams sweep more. You need to make him sweep a keep more and more and more. You can only do it so much before you make a mistake. And already there's been instances where ES Tunis is looking for that ball just over the top. So it does seem like they're going to get into defensive, not defensive per se, but it's going to look like a mid-block where they're going to be trying to release the front guys. The two front players are already playing on Sundowns' line, waiting for those balls. So that's going to be very interesting to see. If Mamelodi Sundowns can hold out, 60-65, that's when the pressure switches. And once the pressure switches, people tend to become desperate. This is something that Mamelodi Sundowns wasn't able to do in previous years in the Champions League when it got to semis and finals, playing like the bigger team. What I'm liking from Mamelodi Sundowns right now is that they're playing like the bigger team. They've got a little bit of control. They're not stressing themselves too much. I guess the test is going to come later on in the game, but I like what I'm seeing so far from Sundowns. They're not overexerting themselves. They're playing an away game similar to how you have to play away games in Africa to be successful. So I'm not too mad at them, but they shouldn't wait too long, man. This ES Tunis side were cutting back the balls. There were maybe 1 or 2 decisions away from killing Sundowns, but yeah. Wendy says, see ref dropping unnecessary free kicks for ES Tunis. In the famous words of Len Moleko, stats are like a bikini. Guys, stats are like a bikini. Guys. Lawanta beko, man. Lawanta beko. Sibukela lento PSL all the time. I use Chase Galaxy for a reason. All the play, all the pressure, they're trying to push, they're trying to do whatever. Mara. Final third. Yo, it's been so bad. This season may not be for Sundowns. Says Gary. Amen. They just need to keep their heads. The coach said they could score 3 goals if Sundowns scores 1. They better hope that they score the goal first, if they want to win this game. Shout out to How, Vuyo, Mujofela, Lebza, TK, ZA, and Tele for the gifts. Guys, remember the gifts. And remember, I'm looking for 35,000. Then everybody can jump in and give me a minute or so of what they're thinking of. Honestly, I think certain influences are involved. Gary, I'm going to say allegedly me. Nadine says the way my hands are shaking, I can't even tap the screen. No, just put and use the tap. Oh, yeah, I said 35. Totally. I said 35. Hey, throw in. Mamelodi Sundowns. Want to see what's happening Oorkant. Anyway, let me read your comments. But to 50K at least. No, we'll get to 50K. We'll get to 50K. But just tap the screen, guys. Tap the screen, tap the screen, tap the screen. Here comes Tunis again. Like, this is my thing about them, man. Even when Mokwena was playing, you could tell that, okay, fine, they've got a plan and they've got an intensity to their game. Mara, to what end? What is that ending with? Like, it's a Nabi game. It's a overwhelm them and hope something breaks. You know, it's not a we're making runs in a certain way, or we've got a tactic we've been working on, or a move, or a way to attack Sundowns where we've seen it's, hey guys, trap the ball, go forward, run as hard as possible. This game is drawing gear 2 and 3 out of items. Our history is making we've never beaten this team. You have beaten the team. You have beaten the first leg. The first leg. Or do you mean Champions League? This Esperance is very weak. They won't score. Ndivo says if it was Chiefs, we're going to win. Nevi ball in full effect here, says Des. Katlego says, am I the only one who notices inaccurate Sundowns passes? They seem to be struggling. Sorry about that. So look at that pattern right there. Look at that pattern. Does that not sound like Shaba? Does that look like Shabalala? Shabalala, Serino and Modi. It's great. They're passing the ball, but in terms of actual penetration, no, Musase. He's not giving anything. Oh, you mean in the tie. Okay. Lako says exactly, Nebi Paul 100%. What a boring game. Sundowns going to the semis. Zwane is missing big time. I don't mind it. I think, guys, for me, I've given myself over to African football. It's not pretty. It's not good. Very rarely do you dominate teams and win. It's all about survival. It's all about suffering. The yellow cards again. It's all about suffering. It's all about those type of things. So I think Sundowns is playing a great game right now. Personally, they're playing an amazing game. Because they're just suffering, which is the requirement. So yeah, short passes inside the box. Is Arsenal don't tell me that. Don't tell me that Arsenal is leading. Don't tell me that Arsenal is leading. I've seen this movie before, but don't tell me. Let me see. Huh? Who scored? Was it Merino? Please let it be Merino that scored. Ow! Ow! Okay, right. Here comes Tunis again on the counter attack. Look, watch. Look at all of the movement that's happening. Look at all of the movement that's happening. They're just moving for the sake of moving, guys. Oh, Sundowns counter would bang right now, Mara. They're not doing it. Arsenal's leading Real Madrid 1-0, guys. Pechile uskwama upeche. Esperance with Sundowns. I see you. I read your name. Imagine being Real Madrid and losing to Merino. Yo. Yeah, no, it's just vibes, eh? Yes, Tunis, it's just vibes. Another yellow card. How many yellow cards? Thousand says, "Oh, Ulisan Downs tonight. I'm I'm on loan. I'm on loan. Kichakile. Kichakile. The school holidays ended today. I'm not home yet. Now, but I do want to see Sundowns win this game. I want to see Pirates win the game too, to be honest with you. Esperance will use an unknown sub who can be a threat. But as long as you're within. Matora, welcome, welcome, welcome. I have to say that Sundowns is really good. Gary says you're at Tunisia. Me? I'm not in Tunisia, Chief. Yo. There was a Red Royal Rumble. Yeah, Royal Rumble with all of those people there. Here they come again. Watch. Modi. Byline, random cross. Modi. I've seen this. Gamara guys, we've seen this football before. Let's be honest, man. We've seen this football before. Here comes Mokwena. Noko says 100% behind Sundowns. Musa says Esperance is starting to tire. Wendy says Sundowns needs to win. Skoma says South African final at FNB. Like Esperance is just trying to get lucky. Esperance is literally just trying to get lucky. That's all they're doing. Nothing more, nothing less. But we need a goal. You know what? Let me be nice. Let me be nice. I'm gonna open it up. Let me be nice. Kolile. Request a mo. Request a mo. I'm gonna be nice. Letabo.
Hey, what's man? How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How do you see this game so far? 60 minutes in.
I don't know, man. For now we look okay. We look fine.
Money that one was receiving from our mission.
Hey, re tla utlwa ditaba, guys. Halisa mute. Yeah.
I think for now we look fine. We've got a great balance whereby we have a threat. But we're also doing a little bit of defending, but I like that we are mostly defending with the ball. Esperance are waiting for their moment. They have had a couple, but they haven't taken their moments. And for us, we know that there's no team in Africa, there's no team that can compete with us. But all we need to do is make sure that we stay focused when those moments come. And that's it. That's all it is.
So, what do you think of ES Tunis, man? Now I'm not sold.
OT, there's no team in Africa, as I tell you, that can play against Sundowns and dominate it. It's not about being sold. Even here at home, there's no team which plays with us. They know how much they got at Loftus, the others, that when they tried to go toe-to-toe. So there's no team that can do that. But the question is, can you take your chances? Pirates did it at FNB, So that's it.
Is this style of play sustainable?
It is not. But if you take your moments, it is. It's a Pirates type of game.
Yeah.
That's all it is. If you take your chances, it's great. Because there's that element of goals change games. And that's all it is. But I'm impressed with Sales, disappointed with Ribeiro, disappointed with Sales. I mean, who's the center back? Just forget his name now. Yeah, But generally, everyone has been very good except for those two.
Okay. Let me bring in Liago Rifumo Capital. Again, last week I mustn't say the name.
So I know OT.
How are you seeing the game, man? It's okay, man.
No, man. You see?
Hey! There's the goal. Oh, Uncle Sam. There's the goal.
I I was about to dash them, and my side is a bit delayed. Oh, Jehovah.
There's the goal. Oh, hey. Sundowns 1-0 down.
Nah, but anyway, as you said, yeah, ne? Is the name that you just called? You were supposed to call me Butlari. We're not gonna be here. I Mara Uti.
But I get when I say Butare, then you say no.
No, I said don't call me Leaho.
Okay.
It's Butlari, but anyway, look, for me, I see a very good team, Sundowns, for which they're being, how can I say? When you look at Kaizer Chiefs and you look at Esperance, it's the same thing, exactly how they play. Just run like headless chicken and something will fold. And exactly
Yeah.
this is what happens.
Mm.
So the team plays with energy, the team plays with aggression, and I'm not bashing my team, but unfortunately, you can't as a coach come to South Africa in Kaizer Chiefs and play like this because you have Abo Softy, like you, Shabalala. So for Esperance, it might work for them because this team is for that, North Africans, that's how they play. They don't look to play pretty, but they are running like headless chicken. Though the difference is they have that extra quality where a person can hold the ball and look for the headless chicken that is running and put the ball behind them. So, look, yeah, it's a tough one, man. Experience will continue overwhelming Sundowns because right now they have a hope that they might score the second goal because they don't want to go to the penalties with Rowan Williams. So that's what's in their mind.
So then, what do you make of Sundowns' performance? Because, for example, that ball that they played there was a ball that they played a few times already. Is Caruso maybe failing in that regard?
I don't think he's failing. I think the team, the way it's looking like, and if certain subs, like the sub that he's doing now, it was a sub that you have done a long time ago.
Yeah.
That sub, Reina sub, will press wherever side he will play. They will press the back line to stay solid. So for which you're not gonna have an overloading of one side over the other using the wing backs. But they failed to do that. They just subbed Sahil now. So even the ball, that's what I said. The difference with Esperanza, they have a bit of quality where he held on and wait for that run. He looked at the run and he looped it over the defense. So there is that extra pass quality. So that's how they are playing. But other than that, there's nothing besides running around the field and being too aggressive, pressing. But I love how they press, though. When they press, they press. But yeah, it's the Champions League, man. You don't have to win pretty. You just have to play, and I think that's what Experience is doing.
I want to jump in. Thank you guys to everybody that jumped for time.
Sure.
For time, I'm going to jump in. I just want to give an update. We are looking at a VAR check over here for possible, is it offside? And then ES-Tunis has taken the lead, which is very interesting. Like I said, I don't know how sustainable it is for Mamelodi Sundowns to play the way that they've been playing. But what's irritating is that, again, you need to take your moments, and I think Ukaroso's brought in for moments. It's not clicking the way it's meant to be clicking that way. I was going to just say, you know what, guys, just carry on playing how you're playing and suffer for this game. But once a goal is scored, everything changes. So I don't know. What are they calling the goal offside? What's happening? Is that what we're checking? Yeah. So the goal is disallowed. Is that what you're saying? Patrice Motsepe. Hey, look at how happy you guys there in the chat are. Arsenal 2! Arsenal 2! Oh, guys. Oh, guys. Yes! Okay, back to 0-0. Yeah, okay. That's interesting. It felt like it was taken back a long time ago. Oh, KG Walisandawana and Bulls. KG, how are you? Nkakubona. Inside, phakathi. Like how? Hey, like it took so long. Like this was the VAR that was that. This was the VAR that Yanga was hoping for last season. Oh, yeah. Tibang has started. But you want a close call. Motsepe. Guys, I can't say those things out loud. I can't say those things out loud. Rice scored the free kick. I'm seeing it. I'm praying for my players. Why? For a Bascato. Marginal. Marginal. But after 5 minutes, guys. Reyners needs to run now. Jeb. Please don't say this. When they say that the team is in need of luck and sometimes it needed luck. I see it now. Not luck in like the sense of like a bad thing, but everyone luck. Like, you know, every Champions League team that has won it needs an element of luck. Let's see the kind of luck Chiefs now. Chiefs don't need luck. Chiefs need something else. No ways that was that offside. It was close. I mean, you could argue it. Normally, you give the attacking player the leeway or the advantage. Mareo's going to be off there. Okay, VAR coming to the PS. Guys, do you want VAR? Didn't you see the picture? I don't know if it's real or not, but didn't you see that picture of the guy who's one of the VAR guys? And the security camera picked up that he was on a betting site. Guys. 71 minutes in. It does look like Obas is going to be coming on to the pitch. Hey, kwalame mati. Jose, kwalame mati. Arsenal missing chances might regret it. Hey, we're 2-0 up, guys. Libero giving them their own medicine. Members, let's not talk about Cody. Emara Cody. I can't do it for the Sundowns. Now I'm happy for Sundowns. Yeah, Kuma, now I'm very happy for Sundowns. Sundowns have hey, you're on one today. You're on one. Chosen says Matthews should come in. I actually would have gone with Matthews over Reyners just because Matthews is a little bit more positionally and tactically aware, I believe, than Reyners. But Reyners gives you that outlet. 3, Merino. 3, no. Arsenal 3. Arsenal are 3-0 up versus Real Madrid. Sure. Hi guys. Hey. Hi, Esperance will win. I'm praying cheat. Arsenal should be up 5. Now Madrid is dead. Kachi, so don't go to bed. It's only 0-0. Sure. 3. But I don't want to get excited because we did something similar versus AC Milan a long time ago. Arwa paying 5, guys. 5, please. I wonder if this game ends with 5-0. Arteta's contract has been sorted. He's got a lifetime contract, I'm sure. Hey, it's Champions. I can't even focus on the Sundowns game. What is happening? Oh, nipechile, squava. Ay, nipechile. Real Madrid will come back home. I'm telling you, they've done it before. Yeah, Mbappe is about to get super hate. Mbappe, Ancelotti, the whole 9, they're about to get super hate. No, it's insane, Tel. It's insane. But this game is done. I think we can all agree. This one is done. Hey, Mr. Kawina. Mtlogele. Big Black says Arsenal has ruined my best grip. Karabo says, oh, wow, they just showed the line. No, that line was trash. That line was trash for the Esperance goal. But it's fine. We'll take it. Madrid's defense has been leaking. Guys, have you seen who we're playing with up front? I was going to come down to that. Gabriel is out. Okay, here comes Esperance again. It's just vibes, man. This team is honestly just vibes.
AOT. Look, for me, your reaction when they said, when they told you Arsenal is 3, your face, you were shocked. I wish one could have grabbed that part and showed it to you.
Listen, I don't believe it.
Nah? But no, man, I was saying Sundowns needed the luck. I guess sometimes you have to do your part and sometimes luck is on your side. And I think that's what happens. But as I said, until Chiefs get its part of the biggest church in the world, they'll never win. Pirates so good. Musi, to take the Champions League, you need to follow the star. Sundowns has been following a star for the very long time. Pirates went to take someone to Petela for them, Modipaling. So Chiefs need to get their own. Need to get their own, guys. It's a sign. We can't be losing like this. But anyway, big up to Mamelodi Sundowns. Let me stop speaking nonsense.
But then
Big up to Mamelodi Sundowns. I feel like they...
Hey,
Sandawana.
Mutamo. Mutamo Kiata. Mutamo.
Akishebile Sandawana ayiwini.
Kiata, emapili, Ricky Feteli Butari.
Balaninga phezulu, phambili la Sundowns.
Butari, yes, Tunis. Do you rate this team?
Eh,
No. Um, I don't rate them. I don't rate them that much. I feel like it's just a team that plays how.
eh.
Emapili kiakiata, emapili muta.
Yeah. So I was saying it's just a team that plays how. Oh, it's just a team that plays like Stellenbosch, niche, but with a Kaizer Chiefs touch of a North African team where you need to be aggressive, you need to just work hard. In South Africa, they can struggle. They will struggle in South Africa because to play in South Africa, you need to be good on your feet. You need to think. You need to think in advance. You need Sancho be monate, man. If you can't dance, you can't play in South Africa. You can see Bo Saile, Bo Abom. But who's that tall? The Black Panther, the tall guy for Kaizer
Oh,
Chiefs. He's
Bibenyimana.
doing well. Yeah, he's doing well wherever he is. Because in South Africa, it's a bit difficult to play if you're not good in your feet. So I think I don't rate them, but in their country, definitely they can do something. And I don't think there's so much competition in their country. They don't have that type of tough competition that maybe in South Africa we have. Because in South Africa, I feel like we have competition, but we're not going to say it because of how well Sundowns is doing. But other than that, amen. Sundowns gonna do something, and maybe before I go, maybe this year you will be happy. Maybe Champions League is going to London.
I hope
Perhaps.
so. I hope so. But anyway, let me bring Luke
If that happens, if that happens, Arteta's gonna get a lifetime contract. Trust
a
me,
lifetime.
he's gonna be.
His contract is lifetime tonight, right now. Hey, Kevin.
So, alali ke bona alali, fetsa wina, fetsa kora alali.
Wena o shebile Al-Ahly wena, wa sheba Sundowns.
Aowa, ka bona lo, so, ke fetsa ka e bona lo.
Mara a re bue ka ya Sundowns, o bona ang ko gaming o reng ka game?
Nna ke nagana Sundowns kopa e draw e fela, kopa e draw e wina ka draw.
Le ka ba 0-0 e sharp.
Esha, because ne ke betitse gore Sundowns win. Yana damano bethile pala, ya pala.
Kia, e ka win Sundowns in 20. Champions League.
Never you win Champions League, never you win.
What's that guy?
I want a team in the Gallepere, Mar team in the Gallerina is a dangerous team. You can not get Lanka, a Gala Cafe, I think Kalani Karati.
Okay.
One team in the Gallepere.
Le Pirates. Re bona o sa ne Pirates man.
Mara, yeah, it's sharp. No, so I want to support the Sundowns, Mara. Che cotetore ovviamente Sundowns no win in espresso.
Okay. No, for time, guys, feel free to request and jump in. We're in the 82nd minute, so I'm thinking we've got maybe about 15 minutes left. I'm sure the ref is going to try to give them 6 minutes added on time, over 7 minutes. So let's see. Guys, Arsenal is winning 3-0. Yo. Oh, Matete, but it's right there, though. But it's right there. But the big team is playing tomorrow. Pirates will teach Sundowns football. Sundowns closing the gap. Khoza came in. I don't know if I'd bring Khoza in here, eh? I don't know if I'd bring Khoza in here. Can you guys hear me? Okay. 84 minutes in, 0-0. Here comes the set piece from AS Tunis. Ooh, Williams was fouled. Counter. Are Renas. Hamba Renas. Hamba. Okay. Oh. Two-man counter. Renas plays the ball into Shalile. Shalile takes a shot straight at the goalkeeper. Sundowns is, that was such a great. This is what we're saying, guys. Hamba Renas, man. Second half. Guys, add 45 to whatever my timer says. Add 45. So it's 39 or 40 now. It's 85. Add 45, then you'll know the time. Apologies, we can't go. My timer can't go to 90. Squama says, are we going to extra time or penalty straight? I believe it's extra time. Ambarina, the man. Why are you complicating things? Sundowns. Tlogelang go ba sexy. Just free the man. Okay, here comes the counter. No, don't commit too many people, Sundowns. Don't commit too many people. Yeah, relax. Control the game. Multiculture, OT. The football gods, please give Esperanza. Guys. Yeah, praying to the football god. Hey, man. Let me see what Jero has to say. Jero.
Oti,
Uminze.
so much. I even took off my shirt. I'm sweating. Oti, my dog. I guess she said on the day. My team is good, but now the problem with the style of play that you have. Uyangihleka uthi ngihleli phezu kombhede ngikhumula iskipha manje. Ngisukile edining ngathi ngekamereni. I think the problem that we have is because we like to play with the ball, we can't park the pass. In a game like this, we're supposed to be parking the pass.
That's true.
I think 5 minutes ago we tried to park the pass, but it looked ugly and we could see something is coming. This thing of defending with the ball, you need to score if you're gonna defend with the ball. But if you're not gonna score and you're gonna take the game to the 85th minute, still 0-0, where you need to park the pass, it's a risk.
Oh, Mara, you guys, to pack a pass anyway. Like
No,
it's an
but
away game, guys. 0-0 is fine, eh?
Yeah, but if when are you gonna go away and you need to score then? If you're not gonna score, the opposition with the fans, they're gonna pressure you.
Mara selikorile Mara.
Yeah, but now if you're not gonna be able to pack the pass, 90 minutes is maybe 6 minutes left. With all that pressure, I think that's where we are. Doesn't when it comes to CAF. That's why we always losing semi-final, quarter-final, because not every game is gonna be pretty. Unfortunately, you're not playing alone. You are playing big teams, big stadiums, big fans. So some games, like you were saying, you need to suffer. And these guys don't know how to suffer. They don't know how to pack the pass and be disciplined as packing the pass. They tried, but you can see they are not organized in that pass they were packing because they don't know how to do it. They don't do it. They hardly do it. That's the only negative thing. If we win here, we are playing against Ahly. If you don't do the job at home, or we win by 1-0, if you go to Cairo, it's gonna be another game like this. If you're gonna defend with the post score, finish them, score a goal, and then they know the game is over. But if you're gonna
But
take
can
the
I ask?
game, yeah.
Can I ask this approach? Rulani Cardoso, do you see a difference?
Hey, I think yes, because Rulani, I think Mina he missed out on moments. I think there were moments where we were supposed to change the system or add a defensive player. But Cardoso, you saw Oppas came in, and then now Khoza. He's identifying moments. Okay, right now we need to add more at the back or in the midfield. Rulani is more arrogant in terms of his style of play to say we're gonna play like this whether it's raining or sunshine. You understand? I think that's where Rulani differs with this guy. But Rulani ball is better in terms of watching it.
I mean, I want to know what happened if these people score one goal. Do we
Then we extra time.
extra
We go to
time?
extra time. Yeah, we go to extra time.
You see, Sundowns must do better against Ahly. They must score 2 goals because now, no.
9
But that's the
minutes.
thing. That's the thing I was telling you about. Now you're gonna see fire. You're gonna see fire for the next 9 minutes because they have nothing to lose now. Now Santos doesn't know how to park the pass. They're gonna be forced to park the pass. Let's hope.
And they make mistakes when they park the bus.
Yeah, because they're not used to it.
Hey, order. Tyler, what are you seeing?
I'm hosting the show now.
Mara, thank you, Jerome, for jumping in there. Tyler?
No, OT. I think I share the same sentiment as the later speaker. 9 minutes, guys. I think if they don't do the job against Ahly, put them under pressure, score at least 2 goals, they must keep this thing goodbye. Otherwise, you don't score 1 goal against Ahly and you think you'll come back from Cairo. So
But
they need to
then Al Ahly doesn't score a lot. Could there be a tactic where Sundowns goes, you know what, guys? Let's keep it tight. Let's keep it all to 0-0. We're going to get a chance or two. We take the chance or two and we go home. Isn't that maybe an option for them?
Yeah, but now OT, look now, you're playing under pressure. And one less mistake, in front of goal, you go to extra time. So I think they must plan better, man. OT, they should have sealed this game when they played it at home. They had many chances there. Because it's not nice, man, to play under pressure like this.
For 6 minutes, 6 more minutes.
You see. So it's not nice, man, OT. Really, even us, we are watching with one eye, and on the other eye, we're closing the other eye. So it's not nice, man, OT. And they know they can't park the bus. When they park the bus, they make mistakes.
Yeah.
And if you have Obas there, you might have a penalty. You might commit a foul in front of Khoza to an A.
Okay. What do you think of Khoza coming in? Would you play Khoza in this situation?
The boy is very calm. He knows how to read the game. So you need a calm player like him.
He's been out of the game for how long? He hasn't played.
Yeah, but his quality, OT. His quality. We've seen players who haven't played in big in so many games, and they come in matches, big matches, and they do wonders. And I trust Khoza's intellect. We've watched him, defending in high temperature games,
Yeah.
showing quality, and I'm sure that's one of the reasons why Cardoso has put him in, because he's seen what the boy can do. So yeah. Oh, Shalvile, please go.
Okay. Let me go to Petsile. Petsile, welcome to the show. How are you? Oh. Petsile. Okay, we'll come back. Let me go to Uzugi. Zugi.
Hola,
Hi,
hola,
hi,
hola.
thank
Come
you so
friend.
much.
Okay, wait, what's happening? Okay, no, I'll come back to Zugi. Let me go to Petsile. Petsile, can you hear me? Guys, is it me? There in the comments, is it me? Can you hear me? Zugi, I'm gonna
Hi,
bring
I
you in.
get you.
Oh, Petsile.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me? I think network. Petsile, try come back again. Let me go to Uzugi. Zugi.
Hola, hola, hola. Hamba friend.
Mina ngimnandi man. Ngizwa ama-supporter we-Sundowns. Hey, baminye.
Hey, baminyile labantu labo. Bayazi bethu benza grand by raising the South African flag, man. Hey. They must hold
Yeah.
it. I-game siyaphela. Abayibambe ukugcina bafowethu.
Hey, man, Maranagu, na free kick. Oh, wait. Na free kick.
Hey, yabona nje bese.
Almost a penalty.
I know. Ngiyabathemba but I trust the boys, man. Hey. Bazoyibamba, khuleka kulona igoli leli. Khuleka. Yadlula
Mara,
iSundowns namhlanje.
what do you think
Yeah,
of the way badlalenga corner for this game?
i-game plan iyasebenza. Yokho nje engakusho. Game plan iyasebenza. Waphusha abafethu. Yawo, mina ngifuna ukubona i-Pirates Sundowns ukuyona i-semi-final abaphusha manje. Ya iKaizer ingeni kunzima ezidonsa kanzima abafethu kodwa abawaphushi. So let's ibhola South Africa liqhubeke linyuke. Yabo bebe baningi abadlali abazofuna ukudlala eSouth Africa. Ibhola lakhona lokho ngifuna ukusho nje kuphela. Koze nje bengisabuka neReal Madrid nje hey inhliziyo ebuhlungu hey abantu basihlube hey.
Awu, Arsenal. Mina inhliziyo yami imnandi. Awu.
Hayi.
Nayazi 3-0 guys.
Hayi ubuhlungu mfethu ubuhlungu hey. Ancelotti hey akahambe kulate manje hey kulate ngaze wonale kakhulu.
Okay. Butlari.
But
Oh, yeah.
ngisasho nje ukugcina point yami yokugcina it's I no Sundowns keep it up mfethu. Yeah, as a Chiefs.
Oh, safe. Okay. Evan. Zuge, I think we've just got a connection problem there. Butlari. 2 minutes.
Asi connection nami nje. Nami nje marago so kwatsamaya. No man, as I was worried ka khoza there. That handball, if it went in ka free kick, I thought he would be a Mashiane because they can't come here to save the day and you cause such a free kick and it goes through to score. I think that it's really damaging to a youngster like him. So I'm glad he survived. But I'm really disappointed by Esperance. I feel like now it's a time where they should be pushing everyone and the rest defense be 2 players. But they don't look. In fact, let's not talk about this team. It's useless. In a game like this, last 5 minutes they gave you 9 minutes of the game. Like do everything. Kitchen sink, lokela everyone. Just.
I told you guys about this team.
But these players, they don't seem to be pressing. They seem to be relaxed. They're still leaving flat 4 at the back. For what?
Yeah.
It's not just a flat 4. It's a flat 4 with a CDM. For what? Mara guys. No, man. This team is useless. But they gave you 9 minutes. within the 90 minutes, what have you seen about Esperance? Were they pressing? Were they high pressing? What were they doing? Like, guys, logically, as players, I think they seem defeated. I think they're psychologically defeated. Like, psychologically defeated. And guys, this pain is not going to us, Kaizer Chiefs. We are happy. We're just saying we are overhyping the North Africans teams.
Yes.
They are the same as your Richards Bay, and in South Africa they might do extremely bad. In fact, it's TX Galaxy and Kaizer Chiefs, because Kaizer Chiefs falls in their league now. But other than that, man, I feel like Sundowns deserved it. They suffered until the end, even though it needed a bit of green and yellow to play in, and the green and yellow played. So Kabu Yellow Masandawana. It's working. Let's hope it's gonna work until the final. And also Co-Pirates Yaberega Daideng. Kilbudi, Chiefs, go fetch the star.
Oh, right. Tabai. Guys, I'm not going to stay too long. It is late. But agents, tell me how you feel about the game. Mamelodi Sundowns is through.
Yes! That's how I feel. Wow.
Yes! I was like, is this agent?
Yes! Ba re ke gone mene tekele farasai mokwalo mo leboteng, the writing's on the wall. Oh dear.
Mara, you can't have been stressing. Yes, Tunis.
Hey, Oti, if I don't get a noise completion tomorrow, I know I'll be like, I don't know. I think I prayed in all the tongues possible. I think I called on the gods of Mutimula, as my brother would say. I called on my gods. I called on the God. I called on everyone today. I don't know. I'm happy. I don't know how it came about, whether we benefited. I don't care. I want all the benefits. I'm happy. Revenge is sweet. I'll analyze the game another time. Yo, man. Shame. OT. This is what you call we escaped by the skin of the teeth. We escaped by the skin of the teeth.
Guys. Esperance wasn't here.
No, OT, okay. On a serious note though, there's a thing, I always remember it and then I will forget about it. So what happens is when two quality sides meet, it doesn't seem like anything is happening. It seems like the ball is moving a bit quicker. I mean, a bit slower. Looks like this is just two average sides. It's the cancelling out effect of it. Hence, if you watch Europe, it looks slow. But when France meets South Africa, it's extremely fast for the South African boys because it's an illusion. But I don't talk about tactics. I'm happy. Coach Carlos, I told people that I will never ever blame Rulani for losing against Cardoso. I would never. Master tactician. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm excited. I just have a lot of adrenaline now.
Let me go to Konani. Hey, man, Konani.
Shute, au shutera tamaya. Shute, au shutera tamaya. Au semi-final, sewa encourage. Abasebenzile bafana.
Yeah.
Go, I was sweating.
Guys, I'm sorry.
You know how it works. This African football, it's somehow we can have all the position and everything and control the game, but there's always that one silly mistake that always happens to us. Like even last season, Vala happened. So hey, now I can breathe.
Okay.
Now I can breathe. But anyway, I will analyze the game tomorrow. I don't have energy. I'm so excited. We're going to meet Ahly. You know Ahly, it's our daily bread. We're gonna beat them. So hi. Final, Pirates.
Okay. Ilitabo.
Thanks, OT. What a performance from the boys. Dominating Esperance over 2 games, being the better team overall. what a performance as well. Congratulations to the club as well. 3 years
Yeah.
in a row, semi-finalists. And also, Cardoso has done nothing, This is his test starts now. This is
Yeah.
the standard. This is why Rulani was fired. This is his test. Win the league, win the Champions League. It starts now.
Okay.
I'm not impressed or so much, or like I wasn't scared today. But this is where it starts. Can you
Yeah.
take us to the final? That's the question, And yeah, all the best to Pirates, but my boys, well done. Well done to the club. Well done to everybody. Thanks, OT.
Okay. Kumo.
Yes, OT, how are you doing?
Nelly Mintze. Hey, kutlwa fela relief.
Oh, how like the first time, like your neighbors having a wonder season, you're already semi-finaling. Radi, it's idiots, eh? We've been here before. Mara OT, can't they have a tobare, Butunisi, ya Esperanci, 3 times Kev? I want a team, mo, not
Wow.
moli.
Thank you, Kumo.
Moli. Yeah? Oh,
Thank you.
Mola raira silo. Ablele
Oh.
nete shem. Molo no dhaliwa. Akiti like bo golden arrows. Batongi. Guys. Kefa yena silo. Arneng honest. Nosna silo mol. Is that how you play? And the worst part defense. Batsare effort. Baira lidi tokoloshi bena. After ba dhala bjana. Aneng ka ba fisa ka yona. Nka wa fella ka yona bena ela tokoloshi. No snaba tumuli, guys. Ke disappointed. Kannete. But anyway, ne? We won. We going through. We're gonna meet a proper game. Kore, I wanna see these tactics against Al Ahly. I don't know if you can hear me, Maratla
Yeah.
because I don't think I'm audible anymore.
No, I can hear
Wakutwa?
you.
Okay, yeah. As I was saying, ne? I get you right saying, and for those, let now to be honest, I thought that goal wasn't like nearly a clear goal. But I get obviously very honest. So before about a second backstop, in second star back the honor of Tata, it's fine. Stack a star setting. So I wanna Al Ahly going to go to semi-final. I think we're gonna win, eh? Are we gonna win? I'm correct halanga thing. Like we got 30%. I see more. But yeah, sure.
Okay, Kumo, now I'm gonna let you go. Lina, I'm happy. Arsenal beat Real Madrid 3-0 first leg. I'm happy. Anyway, guys, honestly, I don't think AS Tunis brought anything to this game. I think they look exciting. This is why I called it Naby Ball. They look exciting, but when it comes to finishing it off, they're not quite there. Yes, maybe you could argue that there was a couple of decisions that maybe should have gone their way, or decision making that should have done they should have done a lot better with. But to be honest with you, guys, there wasn't anybody here. I think Sundowns played a very mature African game. You don't need to overexert yourself. The aim is not to sweat. I think they were waiting for AS Tunis to turn up the volume a little bit more, for them to use Reinas, but consummate professionals, Mamelodi Sundowns. You could tell from the moment you see Lunga in the starting lineup, you know it's going to go into that back four. You know they're going to be fine. So now you look at it and you go, "Hi, man, it's just about maintaining." And I think Mamelodi Sundowns maintained very well. That is Africa. That you see what happened there. Go away, get a draw. It's fine. Come back home. It's okay. You've done your job. You don't need to overextend yourself. But what's going to happen is the next game we're going to see, because like Kumo was saying, the next game is the real test for Caruso, because that's where Mamelodi Sundowns usually falls out. Would they be able to show maturity and not blink in that game too, similar to what they did here? But guys, I'm going to end it here. Well done, Mamelodi Sundowns. Well done. It's good to see a South African team go through. They're going to play Al Ahly, their big rivals, the continental derby, and we'll see what's going to happen. But we're also going to see Egypt versus SA on the other side. Thank you, Nate. With Pyramids versus Pirates. Should Pirates get through MC Alger, which they should. But anyway, guys, it's been real. Thank you to those that sent gifts. Thank you to those that that followed. Thank you to those that listened. Guys, Tebza. Shapa Madrid, London, 1, 2, 3. Anyway, guys, I'll see you then tomorrow. Bye, everyone.